Okay, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you are like, God, is Bit ever going to talk about this? Of course I'm going to talk about this. Now, I'm going to make this very, very quick. I don't want to make this video super, super long because there's not really much to really say. I don't want to really just go back and do everything again with this, but I am going to give you guys a quick little refresher course on what is happening right now. But as you guys can clearly see by the title, yes, native back and pat is absolutely a thing, as we talked about before, or should I say legacy back and pat is a thing with PlayStation. And it's time to talk about it. Now, remember I told you guys a full circle moment was upon us when it came to talking about this early on, like what was like more than, I feel like 4 years ago now, 3 or 4 years ago, when I had Hip Hop Gamer on the show and we were talking about this in a one-on-one. And funny thing is, Hip Hop Gamer was talking about Wolverine. And again, Wolverine's doing some crazy stuff. But again, you know, like Hip Hop Gamer would tell you, man, people just, apparently got amnesia when it comes to breaking stuff, but it is what it is, man. Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. Let's go ahead and break this news for you gamers, and let's go ahead and get on out of here, all right? So, to give you guys a reminder on how this thing would work, well, obviously, I guess we'll start with how this came about with this whole thing. There's a report going around that Sony obviously is working on legacy back and pat emulation for PlayStation 5, and it has been in the works for quite some time. Yes, of course, it's been in the work for quite some time because we talked about it. In fact, here it is on screen, something that the quote-unquote insider who didn't break this news, it's Hip Hop Gamer, but here it is on screen. This is how the system was actually going to work for PlayStation 5 and, of course, legacy back and pat systems. As you clearly can see, it has a 3-tiered gen system, the way they're going about it. So you got Gen 1 to 3. Gen 1 represents, obviously, PlayStation 1. 2 means PlayStation 2. And, of course, the infamous PlayStation 3. Now, the last time I mentioned anything about legacy back and pat on this channel was when I had my rant about the price increase for PlayStation Plus, especially with the fact that there was no information in regards to this, and there was no so much as like a mention of this. Right? It didn't make sense for you to charge us more for PlayStation Plus and you're not really adding a worthwhile type of feature to the service. Now that you guys are getting this and you now see that it is now real and it absolutely will happen, it is definitely worth mentioning one thing before I break this down. I hope to God Sony does not put this behind PlayStation like extra. I hope they don't start charging this for legacy back and pat. I think it will be a crucial bad decision to charge the gamer for playing the old gen console games natively on the system. I think this is something that should definitely be open and stay there for PlayStation 5, especially since Sony's talking about growth in other mediums, but also migrating PlayStation 4 users to PlayStation 5. One of the big things PlayStation 4 users would absolutely go crazy for is the fact that PlayStation 3 titles can be played natively on PlayStation 5. And keep in mind, we're not even talking about the possibility of these games getting actual visual or frame rate improvements running on a better PlayStation, in this case, the PlayStation 5. I do think this would absolutely migrate people from 4 to 5. And keep in mind, we're not even talking about the instantaneous loadings in terms of booting up each particular game. Just imagine that. Faster loading speeds, better frame rate, and sharper textures. I think that would absolutely be a steal, ladies and gentlemen, to get PlayStation 4 users to PlayStation 5. Now, in terms of how this particular system works, it's very simple. Like I said, the Gen 1 system. As you guys clearly see in the bottom left, it says Internet Games. This right here, from what I remember, was using the cloud to mimic the actual consoles that you see right before you, and then you play the game natively on the system, and you have all the bells and whistles. So you're not necessarily streaming the games. It's basically a crazy convoluted system where it tricks the system. That's what he was telling me, how it was kind of working. And he was putting this in layman's terms because, again, there was a lot going on here that obviously we have to wait for more to see how the engine works and how everything works. But it was mimicking the systems and tricking your system to play it. So you can play the disc in there and it'll work. Remember how like when you put a PS3 title in like a PS4 or whatever, it would say, this is not a PlayStation 4 disc, please insert another. Well, basically that's their way around it. They basically fixed that particular thing. That's the best way for me to put it that way. Obviously there's more to it than this, but I'm going off of my memory of how this thing worked. And keep in mind, we're going to get more information on this as time progresses, but that's pretty much it I can really say on the whole situation. Again, I don't want to sit here and drag this video out for any particular reason. I do think you're going to see more, obviously, but I don't think it's worth me necessarily dragging this out. Okay, so yes, that is definitely happening, and you are going to get your legacy titles on PlayStation 5. So yes, this is game-changing tech right here. Very, very game-changing. And Hip Hop Gamer knew about it for years, and he was good enough and cool enough to share it with us. And I'm happy to say that he did so. So thank you very much to Hip Hop Gamer. Make sure you guys support Hip Hop Gamer. I have a link to his channel in the description below, as well as a link to the interview that me and him did one-on-one, breaking this stuff down. There was some other juicy tidbits in that interview, so if you guys want to check that out, especially in regards to Wolverine and how it's going to run on PlayStation 5 Pro. That's right. We dropped that information as well. Make sure you guys check that in the description below. But until then, it's your boy Big Cloud Gaming. And of course, shout out to Foxy Games UK. He also was covering this as well with me. And, hey, man. Not much else I need to say at this point, man. Not much I need to say. This is why I don't really cover the rumors anymore. As much as you would like me to do it, I don't cover it anymore. As you guys clearly can see how cutthroat it is out here in these gaming streets. When you say something and you have other people try to discredit, and then when it happens, they act like you didn't say it, and then they try to act like they knew about it. This is the law of the jungle of breaking down news and rumors, even going down as me breaking down hardware specifications for PlayStation 5. Dude just saying liquid metal cooling and the IO throughput is a myth. That's not a thing. And then what happened? Everything to the T happened the way I said it was going to happen. So it is what it is. But I'm not taking all the credit in that regard. It's obviously Foxy and Hip Hop Gamer as well. We're also on that 100%. But until next time, ladies and gents, you guys have a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you excited for PlayStation 5's legacy back and pat solution? Is this getting you excited to buy a PlayStation 5 if you're on PlayStation 4 already? Definitely let me know, and I will see you guys on the next one. You guys have a good one, and y'all be safe out here. Later.